Yo, what's going on, guys, and welcome back to the channel. With 2026 upon us, and we're a little more deeper into the year. You guys have kind of sunk your teeth into your New Year's resolutions a bit more than the last time that we talked. With that being said, I think that it's important to kind of address that you've probably stumbled into your first bit of roadblocks along the way so far this year. I can definitely tell you that this is a normal thing that you're going to come across, not just this year, but just in your life as a whole after you take action, of course. I can tell you from firsthand experience that I myself have gone through my own personal, struggles and roadblocks and adversities this year. With a lot of them being more personal, more on the personal side as opposed to on the business side. But definitely have had my fair share of trials and tribulations, even this early on in the year. So I just kind of want to give you guys some tips, some things to help you on how to kind of overcome these adversities that you may face. So with that being said, the first tip that I'm going to kind of give you is uh, when something happens to you, okay, whether it's personal, whether it's business related, whether it's whatever, I really encourage you to start journaling. Journaling, and I actually have my journal right here. Right here. It's a college rule notebook, but I have my journal right here. This journal, I've been journaling every single day of 2026. Every single day of 2026, without a doubt, I've been journaling. I've been journaling my wins, my losses, my day-to-day, my mentality. And on top of that, I also have a whiteboard. It's in my closet right now. I had to put it away, but I also have a whiteboard that I bring out every single day, and I write down my day on what I'm going to do. And I divide it by signal and noise, okay? I watched a Kevin O'Leary video, and he said that the most successful person that he knew, or the person that was the most focused that he knew, was Steve Jobs, okay? And however you want to feel about Steve Jobs, okay, one thing that he did well was block out the noise. Kevin O'Leary said that he had an 80-20 mentality. 80% signal, 80% the shit that you need to get done today, and 20% noise, all the other bullshit that doesn't matter. And I try my hardest to live by that. So I divide my days by signal and noise. The signal is the shit that I need to do. Outreach, posting my TikToks, posting my shorts, posting my YouTube videos, whatever the case may be, right? Getting my shit done for the agency. And then my noise is everything else. So going out, socialization, maybe playing some Xbox or whatever. I don't know. Hoop sessions, right? Whatever you want to put. Noise. That's noise. Gym, signal. Other shit, noise, right? The fun shit in life, it's all noise, okay? The unproductive shit, it's all noise, okay? But that's just a way that I'm able to stay on track. But it's also a way that I'm able to kind of mentally overcome roadblocks in life, okay? Because by journaling, by writing stuff down, and by keeping these notes throughout the day, I can see what I've done. So that way when I fall short, I can look and be like, well, the whole day wasn't a wash, right? The whole day wasn't a wash. Let's say I wake up at 6:30 every day, which is what I do personally, but you don't necessarily have to. But I wake up at 6:30 a.m. every single day, right? And from 6:30 to 1 p.m., I had a productive day. I got up, I got after it, I went to the gym. After the gym, I did some outreach. After outreach, I talked with my team or whatever. After talking with the team, I did some design work, right, until 1 p.m. You know what I mean? Like, that can be a day by day that you do, okay? But then maybe after 1 p.m., I doom scrolled from 1 to 3, 2 hours. Fuck, where's the time going? Then from 3 to 5, maybe I ate some food and watched YouTube. And then maybe from 5 to 6:30, I Watched a video on how I can get better at email and SMS marketing, right? Maybe I watched a flow video and took some notes. That's productive. But then I went out that night. Well, if I journaled and I jotted it down, I would be able to see, okay, I did this earlier in the day, and I just thought that I didn't do that. And so I got down on myself when really I had an overall productive day. Because I only did 2 things that were noise, but I did 5 things that were signal. Do you get what I'm saying? A lot of times whenever I'm not productive for a day, or whenever I have like a roadblock in my life, I get so bogged down with it. And some of you may be like this, but some of you may not. But I get bogged down by it. I'm like, fuck, bro, like today was a waste. But by journaling and by keeping these notes on the day to day, whenever a roadblock presents itself, whenever adversity presents itself, I can see, okay, this is the work that I've done. This is the work that I am doing. This is what I have to look forward to, right? This is where I was a month ago. This is where I am now. And just by having that day by day tracking, I can think back and be like, wow, I've gotten so much better. And although right now it doesn't feel like it, if you look at the results and look at what I'm actually putting on film, it is getting better. It is getting better, and we are moving in the right direction that we need to go. Right? And it's all because you're taking note of it. You're jotting it down. You know, you're not just like thinking it and then letting it feed on you. No, you're actually writing it down. And you're improving it. Day by day, week by week, right? And that's just the mindset that you need to have with that. But another thing that I do to overcome roadblocks is just taking a deep breath in the moment, right? If something's super stressful in the moment, it's only in the moment. You can genuinely handle what it is that's blocking you. You just need to just take a deep breath real quick. Okay? Let's say, for example, a client, his flows weren't performing. You made the tweaks, the necessary tweaks. The flows didn't perform for a second month. He's thinking about dropping you, and the flows aren't performing halfway through the month, right? This is a scenario, okay? You may be like, fuck, I need to improve this right now. Oh my God, or else he's gonna drop me or whatever. You know, I'm not getting ROI, whatever. I need to perform. Just stop. Take a deep breath. Maybe step away from the desk really quick, right? And just, okay, maybe walk, right? Take a walk real quick, set a timer, and come back. Okay, I am a huge supporter of that. Of like, if something's too stressful in the moment, I can just stop. I'll set a timer for 15, 20 minutes. I'll go walk around, do something that can just clear my mind real quick, and I'll come back. And when I come back, I'm going to look at this objectively. I'm going to look at this from an angle of, okay, this is the scenario that I am in. I cannot change the scenario that I'm in. Okay? Like, I can't go back is what I mean by that. I can change the scenario that I'm in, but I can't go back in time and change the past. Okay? What can I do right now to deliver? But it's through that thought process of mentally walking it through, which started from me taking a break. So first thing, journal, right? Journal, kind of plan out your days. Second thing, take a deep breath in the moment, okay? Third thing, meditate, okay? And it sounds so corny, and it sounds very fake, and it did to me too, but I don't mean meditate like you sit there and you're, doing this, right? But I'm more saying in like a positive affirmation sort of way. I'm more of thinking like an introspective sort of way, right? Sit with your thoughts, right? Every night I go outside and I just sit. or stand or whatever. And I just look at whatever, the stars, the scenery, whatever. I get out, okay? And I just look around, right? I maybe listen to some music, okay? If I did well that week, maybe smoke a little bit, okay? In moderation, okay? In moderation. But I clear my mind, right? I clear my mind. I look around. I say, okay, today may have kicked my ass right now. Today may have kicked my ass today. But I got this to be grateful for, right? Deep introspection. Deep inner thoughts. Sitting with yourself, right? Because ultimately on this journey, you need to be very comfortable with yourself. You need to be very comfortable being alone. You need to be very comfortable with your own voice in your head that's telling you things, right? Because it's going to be that voice that drives you to your success, okay? And so I just like to just sit and just think and just okay, today. And if you're a religious person, by all means, right? Pray, right? But introspection, just today sucked. It's okay. Water under the bridge, water under the bridge, water under the bridge, right? Bills are piling up. I understand that. I understand that, right? Like in some of your guys' cases, bills are piling up. I may have a family that I need to support and feed. I understand that right now. Right now I'm in the moment. Okay, I'm just thinking. Okay. Okay, how can I attack this? And that's when the fourth step happens and you create an action plan. And this kind of ties into the journaling a bit, right? If you're journaling every day, I assume that the action plan would go into it. But after you've had the introspection, after you've taken the break, after you've journaled and structured your day, the action needs to happen, right? You've had enough thought with yourself. Now it's time to actually write stuff down on paper. Put it down on paper. Okay. I have rent due this week. This job isn't paying. Okay, whatever. I'm trying to do my business while working another job. Okay, here's what I can do, right? I'm going to have a talk with my significant other about watching the kids at a certain time. Okay. And then while because she's a loving, supportive, girlfriend, whatever, wife, whatever, right? She's going to pick up that slack for me. Okay. Right. I'm going to pick up this job at this time. I'm going to work in these hours, right? I'm going to take care of the kids and be a dad. Like this is now, that's probably not the situation for most of you, but I'm just giving you an example, right? Of like the worst case scenario. Now for most of you, it's just, okay, balancing, maybe school in business, or maybe trades in business, or just business, right? Maybe you just dropped out, right? And it's just like, how can I manage this stuff? But whatever your day to day, create an action plan around it. Write stuff down, right? It's you should always have a year out plan, a 5-year and a 10-year, but you should also have a right now, okay? Because although the Lambo, Ferrari, and mansion is nice, right, you need actionable steps day by day, okay? And I can tell you right now, from my own personal experience, that just looks like, okay, tomorrow I have a call with a client, okay? Tomorrow I have a call with a client. And then the day after that, I have 2 calls with 2 clients, okay? How, client A was performing a little bit. We were performing a little under promised. This is an example scenario, but we were, performing a little bit under promised, and they might be livid at me. Okay, I understand walking into this call that they're not going to be very happy with me. What can I do in a week and a half what can I do right now that I can think about the pros and positives that I've brought to this client that I can bring to him tomorrow? Okay? And then what can I fix and tweak right now to prove that we are working on those things? Okay, so that way it can bring some sort of value to the call. What type of vision can I bring to this client on our call? Right? These are things that, okay, I have scenario A, an unhappy client, an adverse and adversity, right? He's unhappy. Okay. Now, how can in this short span of time in 24 hours can I deliver ROI and elevate this client's experience? How can I handle this roadblock of he's mad? Well, I can do that by maybe tweaking some things right now. Maybe I work a late night tonight and then I show him, look, this is why we weren't performing. I have the fix and I'm going to help. Or not going to help, but we are going to be on pace, right? Right? Maybe you need to make some delegation moves, hiring and firing, right? Like, these are the things that I'm talking about when I say create an action plan. And maybe if you're lazy, right, it's like, okay, I haven't been outreaching, and then now you know what you need to do. Now I know that I need to outreach 25 times today, and I'm going to do that. And if I don't, then I'll have a punishment for that. So you just need to handle roadblocks by being intentional with your moves, journaling your day-to-day, blocking out the noise, and focusing on the signal as much as you possibly can, taking enough space when times get hard to step away from the work and take a break, okay? Enjoy the things around you that are positive and that you have going for you, even if it's something as simple as nature, your family, your support system, your friends, your routine, right? Have things that you genuinely enjoy doing and do them, okay? And create an action plan for the future. And if you do these steps, you will be able to handle adversity and roadblocks so much better. I promise you. Good luck, boys, with the rest of this year, and just I hope that you guys are really taking the information that I'm saying and applying it to your life. And I hope that so far this year has just been absolutely amazing for you guys. And I wish you nothing but the best moving forward. I'll talk to you soon.